back, who's one of the best in the league at running the ball, sitting in fourth. It's the Lions and the Jets under the lights on Sunday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing on second down, Goff. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Complete to number 29. It's a gain.
Here's first and 10.
And the Lions first down.
Give inside, it's Brooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll go play action with Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Detroit.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, Goff gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. To throw is Goff. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback, the 2nd-round pick out of Kentucky, Will Levis.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They go play action with Levis. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. And when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 16-yard line.
On the give, it's Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
He'll get that to Wilson. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Levis. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. The Jets have the advantage. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. Another try with Brooks. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain there of 11. Good for a Lions 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Williams in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions are back within 1. It's 7-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. On first down, it's Goff. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Goff to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Throwing here is Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Goff to throw on first down. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. For the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Goff. Treble, and down he goes. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. This pressure is relentless. They get him again. Here's the Lions punt team now. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Jets offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. That is intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick six for the touchdown. Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Lions move back to within one.
14, Lions 13.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Levis. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Levis to throw. A throw on the move is caught. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Levis. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
McNeil, a loss of 4 yards, brings up 3rd down and 14.
So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Brock Purdy, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Jamar Chase, a touchdown catch in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. We got a solid first half out of the man from Kentucky, Will Levis. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This fielded at about the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hall. A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They bring a tight end in motion left. On play action, Goff. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. That's Jonathan Bernard busting in to record the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Goff. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Here's Goff. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
3rd and 5. Throwing, Goff. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10.
Like 54!
They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Levis. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Levis. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Levis. He's got his man, complete to Wilson.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Again, here's Hall. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And he's gonna have to eat this one as down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage. And that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
St. Brown. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down is right.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. So, 3 quarters now in the book. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
First down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 15-yard line.
Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Makes the score Lions 23, Jets 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
At the 38-yard line.
Levis to throw it here on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That is brought in at the 10. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. This one caught at the 4. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Jets will cut it to a 2-point lead. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On the ground, they go with Brooks. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Tight end going in motion here. They'll go once more with Brooks. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down. They'll drop to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. On first down, Levis. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's second and 10.
Mike 49.
Back to the air, it's Levis. That's caught over the middle, it's Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That's good for the Jets.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. From the gun, it's Levis. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.